inclusive, according to a group. It says they're saying suspension of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan by Nigerian Senate is a grave threat to democracy and, of course, gender inclusion, according to a group. Moving on to some other headlines now. Let's visit Oyo State. Investigate Aleshinloye Market Infano. Senator Ali Task Makinde. Outside Nigeria now, Ukraine. Russia presents demands for talks with UN. And then on misappropriation, Rivers Assembly invites EFCC, ICPC to probe Electoral Commission boss. And still in Rivers, Amahule can't deny my effort to reach him. Fubara is the one who is saying that Amahule can't deny my effort to reach him. And then on security, Nigerian Senate demands permanent military base in Benue State. Nigerian Senate demands permanent military base in Benue State. Priest drags Methodist Church to court over termination of job and ejection from quarters. Okay. Rivers political rift now. Wike's aide slams Ugochinyere over assembly crisis. Rufai talking like a drowning man. NNPP refutes claims federal government causing its crisis. Rufai talking like a drowning man. NNPP refutes claims the federal government is causing its crisis. Let's touch on some more stories now. We are attempting Labour Party, or we are emptying rather Labour Party. Peter Obi will join APC, says Boala. Okay, what can I say? We are emptying Labour Party. Peter Obi will join APC, says Daniel Boala. Imo Labour Party splits over plot to remove state chairman. Crisis rocks Kogi SDP as factional chairman emerges. And then, 2027 Ugochinyere alleges plot by Wike Group to stop PDP from fielding candidates. All right, let's leave. Let's move now to Vanguard newspaper. Everyone, let me give you some more heavy headlines now, quickly. To Rivers State, heavens won't fall if Fubara is impeached, says Governor Nyesom Wike. Heaven will not fall if Fubara is impeached. And then, federal government vetting candidates for ambassadorial posts 18 months after recall. According to reports, the federal government is vetting candidates for ambassadorial posts. Speakership tussle, let Obasa be, Tinubu tells Lagos lawmakers. Naira down to 1,585 naira per dollar in the parallel market. 7 rescued as troops repel terrorist attack on Governor Zulum's convoy. Rivers, heavens won't fall if Fubara is impeached. Nigeria spends $817.4 million to service debt in 2 months. Import bills on used vehicles fall 65% to 354.8 billion naira. Death roll inmates rises by 98 in 6 months. Prisons acting CG reveals death roll inmates rises by 98 in 6 months. Prisons acting CG reveals that one. And then court declines to legalize prostitution. Dismisses Abuja sex workers suit. Oh, they're asking legalize it. What was that again? Maybe someone will remind me. Gangs of Lagos. Court orders producers to apologize for misrepresenting or misrepresentation of culture. Yeah. And then 3 sales. Ladies docked over alleged 24.5 million theft. Three sales ladies docked over alleged 24.5 million naira debt. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I'll serve you some stories quickly. I have no intention of defecting to SDP. Governor Leah is the one saying that there. Why? Why this defection thing? Fireme said the same thing. It happened here in Lagos, and Governor Leah is also saying same thing. I have no intention at all. We will find out. Tinubu's aide explains why politicians joining SDP will soon start fighting. Nothing will happen if Fubara is sacked, according to Wike. Pandef presents 8-point agenda to Tinubu 6 intervention in Rivers crisis. Though an asset, Rufai has weakness to work on. SDP's Adebayo is the one who is saying that there. Let's see if we can check up some more now. Okay, let's see. We'll take action after listening to both sides. IPU assures Natasha. And then Rufai, no politician who jumps between parties has ever become president. Reno Omokri is the one who is saying that there. All right, everyone, let's punch it right now. Punch newspaper is with me. Lagos Calabar Highway project wasteful and corrupt, says Obasanjo. Russia downs 77 Ukrainian drones overnight. Russia downs 77 Ukrainian drones overnight. And then PDP alleges 200 million naira bribery as 4 lawmakers defect to the All Progressives Congress. Kenyan firm denies stopping late Nigerian TikToker from traveling home. On Lassa fever, federal government tracks 357 suspected patients after UK returnees death. Federal government tracks 357 suspected patients after UK returnees death. Gangs of Lagos producers to apologize over a portrayal. Tinubu overrules Akonde panel, backs Obasa to remain Lagos speaker. And then on Natasha now, IPU can't summon Akpabio, says spokesman. Ondo killings, survivor recount ordeals, Ayedatiwa pledges tight security. And on home raid, Igboho drags DSS to Supreme Court over 20 billion naira damages. Igboho drags DSS to Supreme Court over 20 billion naira damages. And then PDP crisis, Wike camp kicks as Ikimi panel recommends Anyanwu's expulsion. NNPP faults Rufai's sponsorship claims, demands apology. And then in Edo State now, 4 Edo lawmakers defect to the APC. Let's see. Rivers crisis. I'm ready to represent budget, says Fubara. Wike slams Fubara for writing Rivers Assembly, says letter useless. The Nation newspaper is next, everyone. Let's touch on some few headlines here quickly. National Assembly's proposed 35 billion naira capital base for reinsurance firms. Rivers lockjam. No truce yet between Fubara and, of course, lawmakers. Gains of economic policies by Shetima. And then Oando picked as preferred bidder for lease of Guarakara refinery in Trinidad and Tobago. Lula invites Tinubu to Brazil. Okay, let's leave here now. Let's leave here now and visit Daily Thrust newspaper. Check your time. 7:11 a.m. already. Senate summons NSA security chiefs yet again. We will defend Governor Fubara, Ijo groups saying that here. And then reps to consider reports of tax reform bills just today. NRC moves to reactivate Nguru other lines to convey farm produce. PR firm launches business crisis management initiative. NEPC empowers 8,000 women entrepreneurs in 5 years, says Ayeni. And then FCMB empowers local business to drive growth. All right, let's touch on some more now. World Kidney Day. We spend over 150,000 naira on dialysis every week, says patients. Wow. Boko Haram insurgents bow to superior firepower of Zulum's convoy. It's not criminal offense to impeach Fubara, says Wike. And then, still in Rivers, Fubara should know better than writing useless letter to lawmakers. That is according to governor or former governor, now FCT minister, Yesom Wike. The Sun newspaper is here now, and with the big headline here, it's still as regards Rivers, nothing unlawful to impeach Fubara, says Wike. Nothing unlawful to impeach Fubara. Abuja sex workers lose battle to legalize prostitution. Tinubu meets members of Lagos Assembly, and then Akpoti Uduaghan women group seek end to what's that? Oh, it's disappeared. Okay, let's see. I'll get it back again. 20 billion naira compensation. Igboho drags AGF, DSS to Supreme Court, seeks reversal of appeal court judgment. 2027, Tinubu can't lose with Yari, Kalu, Ganduje, Ibori, others backing him, says Lamido. Ganduje declares takeover of Oshun Oyo as APC's blueprint. Did you hear that? PDP staff resist attempt to lock out National Working Committee members and others. Wike accuses PDP governors of plot to destroy party, lambasts the National Working Committee. And then Benue government debunks rumors of moving to SDP. Okay. 4 Edo Assembly lawmakers defect to APC. This is Voice of the People, and we are 90.3 FM. Everyone, feel free to join the conversation, okay? Yeah, let's always make it very, very robust. Yeah. I would want to invite Rufai Oseni. I still have some more headlines for you this morning, but then I would want to invite Rufai Oseni to talk to us this morning as regards some of these headlines. Good morning to you, Rufai. Hello? Yes, we can hear you.
If Kia is not taken, Fubara will be removed. It will be impeached. So you should go and shine his eye properly. Wike went gun blazing and subconsciously said where he was going. In fact, he has started preparing the mind of people for an eventuality of Fubara being impeached. That's why I was saying heaven will not fall if Fubara is He's not the first person to be impeached. So, and that's why you saw what happened yesterday when Fubara said, okay, I want to go and make peace with the National Assembly in the State House of Assembly. It was rebuffed. The gate was shut against him. Alabo George came out, the head of, sort of like the spokesperson of the Rivers Assembly, said, no, it was Fubara's fault that they had told him before. I written to him, he didn't listen to them. Now they are doing all of this. See, we must all condemn Babasokwe crazy. Just like I'm also saying in Lagos, that the meeting President Tinubu went to have with the Mobasa, they should not do anything across to Sanwo-Olu. Sanwo-Olu has done nothing wrong. I'm just going to say this. Because when people start to move Kurukere, you ask what's the end on it. Now, I'm hearing feelers that based on that meeting, the initial agreement that you were telling me that they said the GAC had, that they were going to, Obasa was going to resign at a point and came back. Obasa, I told you that my sources did not tell me that Obasa was going to come in and resign. He was going to come in and stay permanently. So I'm sure I told you as regards that, and I informed you here. Everybody bear me witness. Obasa is not going anywhere. He's staying put. And you know what that means. This was the Obasa that first showed his supremacy in the course of things. This was the Obasa that messed up the governor when he came to present his budget. This was the Obasa that that was, carrying his shoulder so high. So this doesn't look like a good omen. But you see me, I speak for integrity. I speak against babasopecracy. That word is trending now. I coined it. Government of the Godfather by the Godfather. I speak against it. So in this regard, I speak. I don't want to hear anything. Sanwo-Olu, please, should be allowed to finish his term.
There's even a headline that says, let Obasa be. Tinubu tells Lagos lawmakers.
They should let Obasa be. After I heard that they had all gone to talk with the lawmakers yesterday. So there's no point of letting Obasa be. He has already reinstated Obasa against their will. But please, I'm asking all of them to let Sanwo-Olu be. You know the same thing he's doing today. He tried it. We saw how he did to Ambode. Denied Ambode of a second term. We saw how he did. He even tried it with, what's it called? Fashola. But Fashola still poor. So please, nothing must happen to this governor. And you see, for all the people that carry their mouth, and say, Rufai this, Rufai that, it is not clear that I speak for principles. I don't care your political party or not. Be it APC, be it PD, I speak for all of them. When Obasa was trying to frustrate the attempt of a governor bringing back commissioners to work with, I spoke up for most of those commissioners. And I will always speak for people because for me, it's a case of principle. Human beings and parties are secondary. Principles are first. Because if we allow anything happen, if we allow this Babasokwe crazy continue, like has been done in the case of Obasa, then you are emboldening dictatorship. Then one man can snatch it and grab it. And that's not good for democracy. Democracy must show a certain level of an avenue for peaceful exchange of ideas. I hear there are some disgruntled members in the GAC and all of that. Let's see how all of this will pan out in the coming days. But please, in anything, I don't have facts to the effect, so I'm just speculating. In any attempt against Sanwo-Olu, I will be the number one voice to speak up. I might not agree with Governor Sanwo-Olu on many things. But on this, I will speak up for him because my fight is always a fight of principle. And what's the principle I'm against? I'm against the principle of babasopecracy. I have not spoken to Sanwo-Olu in a while. He has not told. Great. We must put a stop to it. Just like what is happening in Rivers. President Tinubu is now saying Fubara should go and stoop to conquer. After he embodied his own minister. You think if President Tinubu wants to be a fair arbiter in the Rivers crisis, he can't tell Wike to stand and stop all this rubbish. But he's not a fair arbiter. And that's why the deal they said Fubara should go and sign, we all said it then, was the death warrant. So Fubara should also prepare for the worst.
But then the thing is, it's not good. Don't you think it's going to be too much for Rivers? All of these basketballs for a very long time. Do we even consider the lives of the people in Rivers?
You know, they have told you that nothing will happen, that no group should threaten them. We have seen it happen before. Worst case scenario, they will pack military there. That's what they're telling you. But we can't allow that kind of impunity to happen. Maybe they did it in 2019 election. Was Rivers not heavily militarized in 2019 elections? But you and I, were we not in this country? So forget it. What they are just telling you is that worst case scenario, and we should also call on our judicial system. Look at the scathing rebuke Chidi Odinkalu wrote. Also, I'm seeing one video making the rounds as regards, Kenneth Okonkwo's analysis of the judgment. I mean, these are questions we should ask. Let's see if there's going to be any committee set up for review for, these things. But we should be careful. Because let me tell you something. Montesquieu talks about the separation of power in his principle. But one thing Montesquieu fails to realize when he was talking about co-equal arm is that there's no equality. That in all of this, it is the man that interprets the law that has more power as the judiciary. So the political class have mastered this properly. Now, what do? Once they can take the judiciary, he who owns the judiciary owns the state of law in the country. So once executive can subsume judiciary to themselves, and the executive also have the executive power, which is the coercive power of the states, forget it. The legislature is just fly by. Especially at the time when we have a legislature that's a rubber stamp. Because, you see, Wike can only do this because even the legislature is not independent. I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah.
So those 27 lawmakers are with him. So if you have co-equal arms of government that are totally independent, but in all of them, the most powerful is the man that tells you, that interprets what the law says to you, and gives you a position and said, this is the law. Take it or leave it. Because that one can bolster any shenanigan of any other part of government. So in every democracy, what Montesquieu was also trying to indicate is the fact that it's the man that owns the judiciary. That's why the executive fights for the judiciary. The other legislative branch fights for the judiciary. That's why you see in America, one of the first things Donald Trump did was to pack the Supreme Court with his own people. That's why they call Baton Roe versus Wade. So yes, the principle of separation of power is there. But what they will fail to tell you is that when you look at it deeply, it's the man, the judiciary that interprets the law that has the most power. So let's be careful. Let's be careful.
All right. Let's go a little bit political now. Boala said something really funny. For me, it's funny. He said, "We are emptying Labour Party." He went for that to say that Peter Obi will join the APC. Your friend Daniel Boala.
Boala is saying all of these things to seek relevance. If Boala is truly his presidential spokesperson, like he claims, do we see a lot of the statements issued by him for President Tinubu? Who do you see that issue most of the key statements? Not Mr. Bayan Onuga. So he too is fighting for his relevance. He too is fighting for his relevance. Have you ever seen him travel with President Tinubu before? Don't you see Bayan Onuga travel with President Tinubu?
Of course.
Have you ever seen Boala travel with President Tinubu? No, I might be wrong. I might not have seen it. So he too is fighting for his relevance. There's a spokesperson, but he might not have been at that pecking order. And that's why I always say, even if you are hungry, die in hunger with your conviction. Because you see, the people that you held strong positions against before, they will never see you the same again. So if you think they will respect you, it's not true.
You know, for Daniel Boala to even have for some, it's guts is I don't know. They are that the APC will empty the Labour Party. We are emptying Labour Party. You know.
No, when you ask me, I know I've not watched that interview, but when you ask me, say they took Valentine Ozigbo. We all know that people like Valentine, a couple of people were journeymen in the Labour Party. It was where it was switched. A lot of people jumped on the Labour Party bandwagon. So emptying the Labour Party, I mean, I don't know, but all of those ones is just political relevant talk. He said Obi will join the APC. It remains to be seen. Let's watch and see. But it will be political suicide if Obi joins the APC, because that means Obi is not aware of his worth to join the APC. A man that got over 6 million votes at your first ballot in an election in Nigeria, where the winner got 8 million votes. That would be the highest level of stupidity. I want to doubt that. That's why I say Boala is just talking for his own political, patronage. So I don't take him seriously in this grand scheme of things. In fact, I feel for him in the way he's being treated. If he had stayed on with Atiku, I'm sure he would have still had the modicum of respect. And the way he's being treated, oh yeah. That's why since the last day he came on interview with me, I'm not sure he ever remained the same. Because I told him, you have no convictions. And I told him based on facts. Then he said, we gave Wiki award. It's not we that did. There was an awards committee and Nigerians voted as best performing minister. Now, whatever you say against Wiki is performing as minister. Let's not deceive ourselves. Other things we disagree with him. Because another thing Nigerians don't know how to say, we don't know how to situate conversations. I think we're seeing results as MCT minister. So, people like Boala, I don't.
Hello, are you there?
Take them. I said, when you ask, if you dig further, what platform the Boala said, it will probably be a TVC. That's probably the only platform you can't come to a platform like Arise to come and say this. I will challenge it. What platform did he say it? Can you check that story?
Let me see.
You said you're not getting it.
No. I think TVC. TVC. He made the assertion while answering questions on TVC on Wednesday. Yesterday.
It's only on TVC we go and say it. If you come and say it in my front in Arise, he can't say such a thing. I'll ask him for proof. He will run away. That's why you see they don't like progressive media like us. We are the real progressive media where we ask tough questions. If you come to VOP and say it. If you come to VOP and say, this was the same Boala. Have you forgotten when we just set up VOP in 2020? My Sunday show used to come a lot. Yeah, he was coming. He even promised that I was going to bring Atiku for an interview, but he never brought him. Then he was speaking for Atiku then.
Okay.
So it's platforms like TVC that he will go and say such things. He should come to a media that will interrogate him, that will take him to the facts. My brother, see, my moral of my story today is let's have it. It's a hard one, you'll be hungry, but in the end, the respect you earn is different from just faffing around. That's why I tell people it's better to be hungry than to be running around. It is well, my brother. I gotta go.
All right. Thank you, Rufai Oseni. Appreciate you. Yeah. All right. Let's. I'm not going to stop the conversation, okay? I think I want to get all sides, right? Beautiful. Let me bring in CP Chooks in one. Yeah. I want to ask him this same question that I asked Rufai Oseni. All right. Let's hear what CP Chooks has got to say, about this. First of all, I would want to ask him. Okay, first of all, good morning to you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
And to the listeners.
Good morning. All right.
You.
Special advisor to the president on media and policy has claimed that the All Progressives Congress APC-led administration is depleting the Labour Party. Boala made the assertion, noting that members of the Labour Party were leaving for APC. He also predicted that the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, would eventually defect to the ruling APC. I'm asking you this question because you are a very close person to Peter Obi. You are his friend. Attend the same school and everything. That's why I'm asking you this question. It says that Peter Obi will join the All Progressives Congress. What's your take on that, actually?
Well, it's left for Peter Obi. Like I have always maintained, and I told you, I am not a politician. I am not in any political party. I have no interest whatsoever in what they are doing. So if he decides to join any party of his choice, so be it. But I think that statement is just speculative, because I am certain that he has not told anybody that he intends to move to APC. It could still be a possibility, but the question is, if he's moving in APC, what does APC have for him?
Okay.
Are they going to give him presidential candidacy flag or slot? It is impossible, because there is a sitting president there, and from the look of things, he has no intention of leaving that place so soon. And there's a very high tendency that he will certainly want to go for a second term to fulfill the constitutional provision that provides for 2 terms. So having said that, concerning all those who are moving from Labour to APC, it is this concept of struggling for survival. They feel that that place will butter their bread the more for them. It is not as if they have any value, electoral value to add to APC. That's not the question. They are all featherweights. We are privileged and opportuned to get positions, especially getting elected into various positions, offices in the legislature. Courtesy of somebody like that P2B, whose integrity was embraced by the workers, the masses, and the generality of Nigerians. That was what opened doors for them to enter into those positions, or got elected on that positions. So let's see how they will fare as they have entered the APC or PDP, as the case may be. Let them go for election again. First, they will have to start by the internal democracy and see whether they will even get nomination.
Okay.
In the present APC or SDP or PDP or NPP. Then if they are lucky to get the slot, then let's see whether in the general election they will be able to make it. That's a different ball game altogether too.
All right. On the other side of on the other side of this is what another statement he made, Daniel Boala. He said that politicians joining the SDP will soon begin to fight. He was explaining why politicians joining SDP will soon start fighting. I mean, do you see that actually happening?
Why would he be in APC and be talking of what happens in SDP? Is that his business? What are they fighting for? He should think of how to consolidate in APC and leave out all those people who have moved to SDP. People who were heavyweights the previous day or days are no longer heavyweights. So whether they move to APC or not does not make news. Whether they move to SDP or not does not make news, because they don't have that strength, they don't have that capacity, they don't have that grasp of the grassroots. So for them, they have made name in the past, coupled with the opportunity given to them by a lot of factors that there are other heavyweights whose umbrella and canopy covered them, and they got positions. Today, let them go and try one election on their own and see what will happen. They will collapse like pack of cards. Look at what happened to both Otom, to Uguani. I'm talking of former governors in Benue, in Enugu, in Abia. They couldn't even win senatorial election. So that will show you that it was the structure of that was in place as at the time they entered that favored them to do their 2 terms. But as soon as the tide changed they came to now use their former positions and seats to test the waters. They saw themselves collapsing like pack of cards. They lost the elections woefully. So when they come out to make noise, we know those of them who can make impact.
All right.
On individual basis, yes.
Okay. Let's quickly let me quickly take you to Rivers. Wike is saying something really tough and hard. He says heavens will not fall if Fubara is impeached, and someone is saying this guy has already perfected the plan for Fubara to be impeached. CP Chooks.
I am really sorry for that statement, and it's a very unfortunate statement. And I am worried for people of Rivers State, and also worried for non-Rivers indigenes who are sojourners, doing businesses or have reason to reside in Rivers State. Because what I foresee that will happen if they attempt to remove that man by impeachment, the tales will be very devastating. That's my anticipation. So if they are planning, let them think of the consequences of that action. Maybe they have forgotten what happened in 1964-65 in the Western region and the resultant effect on the 15th January 1966. They have forgotten that. They have also forgotten the superpower of the MPN in 1983 during the Shagari second term and the resultant effect on the 31st December 1983. They are at it again. They are pretending as if they are not students of history or they are not told. By the time it starts in that reverse, it will consume a lot of all those big wigs who think that they are mightier than God. Let them not play God. That is just my own bit to it. Let them look for a solution, a political solution that will move that place forward. Not a situation whereby you think you can do things on your own and get away with it because you're privileged to find yourself in a particular position today. You will not be there forever. You will not be there forever. I hope the man there in Abuja is thinking along that line. If he's not, then all his years in life, including his political experiences, are total waste. Because I don't know whether some people are advising him. Let them advise him properly. That's my own view to whatever is happening in that Rivers State.
So it means the way things are going, it means anytime Fubara might just leave. Fubara might just leave, And we're now looking at who becomes the governor.
Look, Fubara may likely leave, but the resultant effect will be very heavy to bear in that Rivers State. And he's not the one that will engineer it, because I foresee some unseen hands behind the scene that will generate the type of trouble that nobody will be able to contain in that place. And they may end up having a state of emergency in that place that will last for a very long time, from what I'm seeing.
Okay.
It will be such that everybody will be on the losing side, especially the stakeholders in that particular state. So they need to be very, very careful about it.
All right, let's quickly touch on what OBG said. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has described the 15.6 trillion naira Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway project as wasteful and corrupt. OBJ says it is very, very corrupt. What do you think, CP? Quickly.
No. I align totally with the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo's position. As well, from the onset, I saw that project as dead on arrival. It is wasteful, that is one, and it is heading to nowhere. You know why I'm saying this? For over 20 years, we are talking of East-West Road. And East-West Road we are talking of it's like a highway that runs on existing alignment. The existing highways that we are already seeing, the arrangement and the plan was to improve it in such a way that it will be smooth for people to move from Lagos to Calabar. And what is the old alignment I'm talking of? It is this same Lagos-Ibadan Express you're seeing up to Shagamu. Then you take to Ijebu-Ode, pass Ore, get to Benin, take right, and start going to Sapele. Then from Sapele, you enter Warri. Then from Warri, you take left and end up in Ueli. At Ueli, you continue on the right alignment again, slightly right alignment. Find yourself in Patani, cross that bridge to Sabama, and then start heading to Port Harcourt through Mbiama. Then from Port, you cross Ogoni, enter Ikota axis of Akwa Ibom, get to Eket, get to Oron, and then cross the Cross River itself to somewhere around Odupani, and then end up in Calabar. That's the alignment. Go and check it out. And they have not been able to fix it, because as they are fixing some areas, the thing keeps failing because of where. That means you are following the coastlines and be looking at the Atlantic Ocean as you're going. How do you do that? How are you going to actualize it? Because you come to find out that by the time you in canals, you'll be meeting rivers crisscrossing themselves. So how are you going to do the engineering across those places? Or will you get there and abandon the project? That is why I say it's dead on arrival. Let them bring out the details, the detailed design, and the engineering, the structural engineering that is part of it. Let us Nigerians look at it and see what they have done. Let's see what they have. Good enough, the Minister for Works happens to call himself a civil engineer. Why has he not made it public for us to see the direction that the superhighway will pass? How? How are they going to actualize that? It is a total deceit as far as I am concerned. So I follow wholeheartedly 100% on what Papa Obasanjo, the former president, OBJ, has said concerning that highway. That superhighway is going nowhere. The highest it will get to Pepe, and it will end there. Mark my words. And I stand to be contradicted.
Okay. I quickly want to ask you a question. Can IPU summon Akpabio? Is it possible?
Well, it depends on the workings of the IPU. They can. But then at the same time, it is not compelling. He has a reason, or he can have a reason, or many reasons of not honoring that invitation. And there is no way they can compel him to appear before them. The only thing they will do is to follow one-sided argument based on what has been presented to them. And then they can figure out a position or a decision on it and give their pronouncement. We are all here watching. We'll see the direction the thing will go or how it will end. And at the same time, we should not foreclose that Babio being a lawyer, he knows the implication of all those things. And he will know how to respond to it or how to navigate it. Because being a Senate president does not give him that immunity that he cannot make responses while in office. And that position, above all, is not a permanent position. By 2027, the position would have elapsed. That is, both the mandate from his constituency would have elapsed by May 29, 2027.
Okay.
So he should look at those fights.
Lamido, finally, before you go, Lamido said Tinubu cannot lose with Yari, Kalu, Ganduje, Ibori, and others that are backing him. This is Lamido speaking. Said Tinubu cannot lose 2027 election with these people I just mentioned that are backing him. How would you look at this statement?
No, Sule Lamido is a seasoned politician and former governor of Jigawa State. So he must have, crossed the T's and dot the I's and came out with that position. Because if you look at the past, you see that those people he has mentioned, they are very key in elections, especially in their catchment areas.
Okay.
And with anybody having them at his or her back, can always be sure that they know the mathematics, they know the permutations and the combinations to apply and have electoral successes. So I think what Ganduje and what Sule Lamido has said is very cogent, and I think it still remains valid.
All right. CP Chooks, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you for tolerating and accommodating me.
All right. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You can join us on YouTube, everyone. YouTube. Because, okay, I see several persons here talking about the reception, right? I understand. I said it earlier, when I started the show, I told you that we're doing a major upgrade. All right? Don't touch your radio set. Just leave it. But just leave it. Okay? We're doing this to serve you far better. All right? Maybe when we're done with these, you could just, if you receive us from your village, clean and clear. All right? We're doing that. I understand. I can see several messages here before me saying, please, your network, data, your reception, we understand. We're working, and anytime soon, everything will be fine again. And like I said, it's to serve you better and better. Okay? Thank you so much. It's time to take calls, but before that, let's go here. I'll be right back shortly.
General well-being. It also helps people with high blood pressure, diabetes, and all other chronic diseases. Domin Herbal Powder is organic. Just add a teaspoonful into a small cup of hot water and drink in the morning before meals and evening after meals. Domin Herbal Powder is available in all pharmacies and herbal shops in Nigeria. For bulk purchase, visit Obed Israel Enterprise Nigeria Limited, B33, Jigawa Plaza Trade Fair Market, or Rich Priest Pharmacy, 21 Afolabi Street, Tipa Garage, Egbe, Lagos, or Solid Sycamore Pharmaceutical Limited, 9 Ehi Street, Ijesha, Surulere, Lagos. For more information, call 0704-591-7000 or for Ghana, 054-31-581-95. Domin Herbal Powder is not for persons below 12 years, not for pregnant and nursing mothers. Domin Herbal Powder for your overall
Friday, 14th March 2025 will be a day to remember. Get prepared as the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry invite you to special all-night service where yokes will be taken off your neck.
To bed empty hunger.
To the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things: annexing society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
This is VOP 90.3 FM. You're free to put a call across at this time. 0700 903 903 903 is that number you can call. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. And then if you want to send me a WhatsApp message, just use the number 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume so we can hear each other. Just about 2 minutes for you. Mind what you say on a national radio. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Ekame Jude. My name is Peter Omonse from Shoguru.
All right.
Now, Ekame Jude, all these permutation, master strategies, is it Nigerians that will vote in 2027? Or Sule Lamido and his family? And then all these political party leaders and all those the campaigns, senators and the House of Assembly members, are they the only people that will vote? Or is Tinubu banking on them that they will sit down somewhere and write results for him? I don't really understand. I thought election should be something that is open, that Nigerians should vote for whatever they want. Nigerians should judge Tinubu based on what he has done in the first 4 years that he has. I think that should be where Nigeria will vote towards. Okay, do we want to continue in a situation where you don't have light and you are forced to pay an A bill? Will Nigeria vote for the continuation of terrorism in Nigeria? The reverend fathers, reverend sisters, students, people are being killed up and down. Will Nigeria vote for, like what Obasanjo has said, wakefulness again? Will Nigeria continue in this hunger situation we are talking about? That there's somebody say you go to bed empty hunger, or whether you go to bed hungry, whichever one. So I think we should begin to tell Nigerians what they want, or ask Nigerians what do they want. Do they want to continue in this suffering and hardship? They should base their voting on that. Not telling me permutation, strategies, and all this. If God will spare our lives for the campaign period to come, those of us that will live, I think we should forget about all these party stalwarts, all these senators. They have never any bettered our lives. You see, whether P2B will come to anywhere, the question is not about P2B in this case. For me, it's about Nigerians. Nigerians, what do you want? Do you want this yoke to continue on your neck? Or do you want to free yourself from this quagmire? Do you want to free yourself from this strangulation? Do you want to free yourself from this hopelessness that APC has brought upon you and your family? Nigerians, do you want your children to continue to stay at home, not going to school? Nigerians, do you want a situation where you had water before during the military and first the republic, and now you don't have water again, all running? I think that is the criteria Nigerians will use in voting. So telling me all these things, does it mean that Nigerians' vote will never count in this country? So I always say this. I think what gives Tinubu the courage and what gives APC the courage is just the judiciary, is just the INEC, and it's just the security operative in Nigeria. That's where they think they will get their power from, not from Nigerian people, because I am very sure, as Peter Oman said, that Nigerian people will never want to continue in this kind of situation, that you cannot eat again. See, go to the street. It's not about what we are talking on the radio. Go to the street and find out. Get the pulse of the people. Let people tell you that, yes, I voted for Tinubu last time, but I will never vote for him again because he has disappointed. Right. That's what people are saying outside. Okay. Not the Sule Lamido, Buala. All these people are talking on their own because they are stealing from Nigeria, they are looting from Nigeria. 147 million Nigerians, they will vote and their families. I think 20 million Nigerians, their parents will vote. 11 million out of school children, their parents will vote. Do they want to continue? I think Nigerians have rejected APC. Let me tell you, the point is that can the journalists sometimes go out in the street, then record what people are saying and come and pay it for us? So you will know that not all these that those that are already feeding fat, those that are already making it, those that are benefiting from this corruption are telling us that's not what we want. Just go out once in a while and sample the opinions of people outside, and you will hear them tell you that I made mistake by voting Tinubu. I will never repeat that. That's the chorus we are hearing outside. Not all this one we are talking. I think let me listen to others. God bless you today.
That's okay. Thank you so much for talking to us. Please, your messages, if you can reach me. If you cannot call, you can reach me via WhatsApp or YouTube. We're streaming right there. Okay? I think that'll be better, right?
Hello,
good morning
good
to
morning.
you. Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Innocent. I'm coming from Amodo, Fijide. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I want to say, if it is possible for P2B to maybe after 2027 he join APC, it will be better for Igbos, because we have been talking it before that you must come closer before you bite. Nobody stay far away and bite somebody. It will not work. So, because of Jonathan, Igbos lose 8 years of President Buhari. Now, if you, because of P2B, and lose 8 years of Bola Tinubu, which is 16 years, when you remove 16 years in our Southeast preparation, you see how it will be. So I will plead if P2B can join APC, but not now. Okay. After 2027, Tinubu gone in. He now plan against 2031, when it will be vice president to fight North. After North, he can now plan to be president. That's the only way he can succeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. Good morning. You will move away from your radio set before you call. Thank you. Let's take more calls now, and then I will also start reading your messages back to back. Okay? Yeah. Just keep calling. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. I can hear you.
Hello, Jude.
Yes, good morning. Oh, your network. All right. Mazu Gochuku is saying APC seeing Rufai as a pushover is a political risk. They should recall his activities in 2015. Mr. President should stop Wike now before aggrieved people in Rivers State, start destroying national assets. Akpabio should stop making negative utterance. Free Mazi Nambikanu. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Talk to us quickly.
Let me start from what CP Chief said about that River State situation. I think he made a very good, valid point there. People that pass the presidency should tell him those things that former CP said are very germane. If people do not want to end the democracy that he claims he fought for, which we know the truth, he should call Nyesom Wike to order. Nyesom Wike is only a human being. He's not Mr. Rivers. Nobody. Where was Wike when Rivers was elected in 1967? Where was he that he wants to claim the whole of Rivers State? They should call him to order before he says Rivers State are blessed, kind of selfish interest. Secondly, all these people that are making noise, I like what Peter Monster said. I had some respect for this man, Julian Lamido, but his comment is quite disappointing. That Nigerians, that means the vote of Nigerians does not matter again, or the feelings of the Nigerians. That a same person, somebody that is normal in this situation of the country, will begin to talk about voting for Tinubu again to continue in this suffering. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. People are passing through hell. What do they? What indices of in their own analysis? Is there any indices that shows that there is a government? There's failure of the whole system now. The government has not failed in all ramifications. As somebody talking about the Iboli and all these other people. It's so shameful. If Nigerians want, let them not come out and reclaim their country. Because what this man is just saying, is just doing, the present government, led by this APC and Zero, is what is written in John 10, chapter 10. To kill, to steal, and to destroy. There's nothing that remaining in this country. No area of life that you can say that this one is okay. So be it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. Like I said, I'll be taking your messages alongside. And this person is saying, Benjamin from Shogunle is saying, one should tell Wike that nothing lasts forever. Wike today will be ex-minister tomorrow. A president or governor today will be ex-president and or ex-governor tomorrow. General Babangida can testify about that. Wike should tread the path of peace, just as Fubara is doing now, so that peace will reign in Rivers State for the people to enjoy the benefit of democracy. Nigeria should allow President Tinubu focus on governance. President is not a court. The situation where every state that has an issue, for example, Lagos Assembly, Rivers Assembly, and others, goes to Abuja to meet President Tinubu, to me, is wrong. Better still, let them meet Minister of Justice. Thank you, Benjamin. Good morning. The governor of Rivers State is facing the consequences of rigging an election in his favor, and there is no peace for him as a beneficiary and election riggers. Peter Obi will join APC, said Daniel Boal, and Peter Obi will never join APC because APC represents suffering, hardship, and darkness. Leo from Lagos is the one who is sending that message, all right? Let's see if we can read some more now. Amawole's recall is long overdue. Fubara should encourage local constituents to recall these troublemaking ex-lawmakers. Senator Natasha's people should ask the Senate why they are denying them adequate representation. Wike's tenure has to be x-railed and investigated. Fubara must use his powers as a governor. Osunwaje in Chasha sent that message. All right, let's see. The Senate have no reason to suspend Natasha. I'm sorry for Wike because nothing lasts forever. The seeds of discord that he is sowing in Rivers will germinate and affect him in future. The power has been told yesterday plainly that they should allow Obasa to be. Then I ask, is this how to run government? A Rivers speaker now acting like God, but I want to assure him and his master that they will see shame of defeat. Akpabio, Wike will regret in the nearest future. All he wants is to impeach Fubara. This is Baba Sokwe crazy. Let them release Mazinam Dikano. Please, Iotech sent that message. Thank you. Good morning, VOP family. How can and what will make Peter Obi join APC? APC should know their type. That statement from Boala is a mockery to well-meaning Nigerians. Chris sent that message from Iba. And then, good morning, VOP. For Peter Obi to drop Labour Party and join APC, that can only happen if APC must drop the ambition of second term by Tinubu. And Rivers State issue, it is obvious that anarchy is looming in the nation. Nnamdi Kanu's case should be concluded as soon as possible. CYC Honesty from Enugu. Okay, you are in Enugu now. Oh, that's good. Let's see. Let's talk. Let's read some messages more. Daniel Bola is not on point. Peter Obi is wise and not desperate, so he will not join APC. We need someone to hold to account in Peter Obi. On Governor Fubara and Wike's lawmakers, I will expect Fubara to go on with his governance. It's a record he went to meet and defected lawmakers as directed by the court. His lawyers should laud this very, very well. Mr. President seems to thrive amidst chaos. Looking at his template in Lagos, hence all we see around the country. God has ultimate power, and Tinubu dynasty cannot last forever. Simisola from Isolo sent that message. All right, INEC were to be worthy. If INEC were to be worthy of election conduct, political and politicians. Okay. If INEC were to be worthy of election conduct, political and politicians' rascality shouldn't what are you trying to say? Udom. Okay. It should be worthwhile or it shouldn't be worthwhile. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Amechi from Mafo Luku is saying what these politicians fail to understand is that if by their actions and inactions democracy is truncated, it is the politicians and their sycophants that will suffer most. The free money will stop and the common man will move on because we have been fending for ourselves without any support from government. The level of impunity and mediocrity are now on an alarming rate, and Nigerians are only pretending. Rufai may not be political heavyweight, but he was part of the people that were involved in 2023 INEC network glitch that landed us to where we are now. May God save our land. Amechi, thank you so much, sire, for that message. Okay, why is CP's explanation on coastal highway or other sensitive explanations always get interrupted? After all, I don't ask him to reiterate. I'll be Omalicha from Ogba. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm also asking same questions. Let's talk to you now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kamijide.
Good morning.
Yes, let me go on Lamido permutation.
Okay.
And your guest should also align with it. But I want to differ. Like what Peter Morton said. In fact, let me just quickly say this. I think I want to speak in the mind of VOP, most of VOP fans, that even though you are giving us 2 minutes, let Peter Morton speak for 10 minutes. We don't bother because he's calling speaking on our mind. Peter Morton should speak more than 10 minutes. With those that accept it, those that agree with, but let's say they already say, I have it. Now, let me go to the point. Like what you said, Nigeria will decide the 2027 election, not a group of people. Nigeria, the hungry Nigerians, the suffering Nigerians, the sick Nigerians, the Nigerians that their family are now in the grave, that are not happy that they were killed by insurgents, Boko Haram bandits, and Fulani herdsmen, raping women, killing youth in the southeast. These are the Nigerian family that will decide the 2027 election. Sometimes I'm not very comfortable with Chief's analysis. He's not political artisan because he does not possess voters' card. He does not possess voters' card. He's one of the people that put us in this suffering today. He has voted. Chief has voted. I think we know that his vote will also go a long way.
Okay.
But how can somebody come to analyze political analysis and call him a political artist that does not possess a voter's card? It's an aberration. Does it rely with political, what we're telling you, that science of government politics? Please, that is what I want
to do. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for your call. Let's just face the issues, okay? Let's face the issues. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning. My name is Gabriel from my 2 estates. I would say confidently that Governor Fubara cannot be impeached. As far as I am concerned, the Governor Fubara owns the chief judge of the state. A governor cannot just be impeached by the House of Assembly without the involvement of the chief judge of the state. Sir, there is what is called impunity. Gabriel, there is what is called impunity. You know what that means? You know, go on, no. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Patrick from Okota.
Okay.
Yeah. The summary of Peter Monse. I wish, as a lot of us are aware and putting head together towards 2027, I wish the majority of hungry Nigerians, suffering Nigerians, to be hearing us as we speak, so that we all speak with one voice. Unfortunately, some of us are gullible so much that when they just throw in a little money, we change our mind, we change our everything, we forget all the suffering. Otherwise, Patrick, will not ever wish Tinubu to spend more than 4 years. Even these 4 years, if it were possible to force him to resign, I would have preferred it. Because this is not democracy. The man never came here to build this country. He told us that when the vice president is there, Shetima, he will face security while he will face the economy. Now the killings are going on. We are not even hearing from the vice president again. Where is the man? All they are after is to jump from one plane to another in the name of one investor. Which investor will come here? When the foreigners themselves know us more than we know ourselves. They are deceiving themselves. Nigerians should never make the mistake to return Tinubu in 2027. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. I'll take 3 more calls and then we're done for today. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Kamigida. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, I think irrespective of anything that is happening in this nation today, we need to emphasize on one particular thing, to raise our voice together and push. If we can make peaceful demonstration concerning this, not all about bringing humongous amount of money for census, which is not so much important now. Which head are you going to count? The head that have been prepared for death? Which head are you going to count? Is it the heads that are attempting to live? Which head are you going to count? The hungry head. Which head are you going to count? The terrorized community. Which head are you going to count? The heads that are in IDP camps. Which heads are you to count? Is it the heads that are prepared to be buried in the cemetery? Those are my questions. At least the living heads, the little ones that have a derica of rice to eat in the morning and have strength in the evening, should gather together, make a peaceful demonstration concerning the INEC. Let them write a bill now to change all that is happening in INEC. Let them write a bill now.
All right.
In preparation of making voters card early, so that people will go and collect their voter card early. Hold it in their hands, so that the preparation towards voter card will not be so impromptu, so that people will not be rushing for it. This is the tactics that they are using, so that Nigerians, the citizens, will not be able to go and vote. Let them do it now, early, so that Nigerians will go in with their voter card and rest and wait for the time for vote.
Thank you.
That is where I am emphasizing my own. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ekame Jude.
Good morning.
Jude Ekame, morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my take this morning is this. No matter any strategy Tinubu is planning for 2027, it's not going to work for him. If he like, let him board the judiciary, board the INEC, board the military, board the police. By the time the election will take place, no matter if he like, let glitch come again. He will never survive this again. Because this is not how to rule. This is not democracy. Look at what is going on everywhere. Look at in Lagos State, Obasa, somebody they have impeached. Then later they restore him back again. Is that how democracy work? Ikamejude, we are not practicing democracy. This is I don't know what to call this. In short, Nigeria is in a mess. But let everybody wake up. Let everybody start preparing now for 2027.
Okay.
Ikamejude, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Yeah, thank you indeed. Everyone, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Because of my time, let me quickly bring in Ogendibo. Let's hear from Adibo. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jude. How you doing?
I'm okay. I say Peter Abigo join Daniel Boala. Say Peter Abigo join APC.
I don't even understand the Nanki Azua. I don't even understand the Daniel Boala. Since they made him, since he joined the APC, he just talking anyhow. Peter will be joining APC for what now? On to waiting. That one is that one is Okunesa Akoko.
Okay. Finally, Manchester United will how far today?
They will face Real Sociedad at home
Alpha.
at Old Trafford.
What are you-
The
what
first
are you-
leg was 1-1. Anything can happen till after 90 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not the type that like to handsome them. Making us, we'll do this, we'll do that.
Thank God he's
At the
not
end of
here.
the day, if they humble him now, he will say, "Bonye Tarakachi Akwaturu, yeah." But anything can happen. At the end of 90 minutes, let's see who wins.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much, Adigbo. Let me let you go now. Okay, I will be back here by 10:30. Okay, and we will talk more. My name is Jude Ikami Jude on social media. Ikami Jude. Spelled IKAMIJUDEH. Yes, I'm done. I'll be back later. Good morning to you.